Stop showing up early or staying late just to say that you showed up early or stayed late. For example, I knew a guy who used to show up to PT. He would show up 30 minutes early and let everybody know as soon as they got there. I've been here for 30 minutes. Great. What is the benefit of you getting there at 4 in the morning and sitting in your car or standing in the field for 30 minutes? Just so you could tell everybody that you were there 30 minutes early. Now, if there's work to be done, I'm not saying that you should not show up early or stay late. Those things do happen. So there's sometimes you got to buckle down or surge or whatever you need to take care of. That might include you staying late. That might include you coming in early. And remember, extra and wasted time at your job equals less time for your family, for your friends, for your hobbies, for your physical fitness, things like that. So you have to create that balance in your life. As a senior leader, certainly your people should be going home before you. Or at the same time. You should not just be showing up early or staying late just to prove some type of point of how hard you're working. I know some people that work very hard during their typical hours and they get the job done. But you have to be really careful and tread that line, because if you do stay late every single day, subconsciously what you're showing your people is that in order for them to achieve the level of success that you've achieved, that they need to stay late at work. And like I said earlier, this is not about not getting the job done. You should get the job done. If there's a requirement to stay late, then yeah, you stay late. But to just do it, just to tell everybody the next day, hey, I was the last car in the parking lot. Great job. I was having dinner with my family. Some of these people are trying to fulfill some type of deep-seated need for achievement, and them being the last person at the job site makes them feel good, like they've accomplished something. Where there's also people who leave on time who also feel like they've accomplished something. Now, for our military members, absolutely make good use of America's tax dollars. But understand that if you are just doing extra work just to make yourself look busy, or so you can tell your boss, hey, look, my team, they're here first in, last out. If you're in the field or deployed, obviously that's a different story. Sometimes your mission is scheduled for X amount of hours. Sometimes it runs over. Things happen, good or bad. So, yeah, sure, you can't just clock out of a firefight and say, hey, guys, ceasefire for tonight and we're going to break for chow. No, you get the job done. Now, if you are starting a business or running a business, there's going to be a lot of long days, a lot of long nights. In those situations, obviously, you got to get that work done. Absolutely, put that extra time in. But what I'm saying is, for those people who have established work centers, established duties, don't put on a show just to tell everybody that you came in early and left late. I've worked at locations where there was somebody who was the billboard. Every morning they say, oh man, I was the last car out of here last night. Okay. And your team still doesn't respect you, or you don't have new people skills because you just treat everybody like robots. So great that your team stayed late, or great that you were the last person out. But at the end of the day, are your people being taken care of? What is their morale level? What does your productivity look like from your section? Because if you're putting in 2 extra hours a day, but your productivity is matching everybody else's, if I see a person that comes in early and stays late every day, there's a leadership problem. They either don't have enough manning, they're not efficient in their duties, or they have additional duties that are taking time away from the primary mission. And again, on the backside of that, as an employee, if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you need to come in early or stay late, then maybe you need to engage with their leadership and say, hey, I've been given these additional tasks and they're not in line with my original mission set, and they've been piling the work on, and it's been handed down from leadership levels or from your level, or however you want to engage with that leader and let them know, we are not properly manned for this, and or in a civilian equivalent, I'm not being properly paid for my services. So when appraisal time comes around, when evaluation time comes around, the expectation is I can show you the additional things that I've done over top of what I've been hired to do, and the impacts that have caused for this company that are positive. So from an employee level to a supervisor, the expectation is there should be some type of compensation. If there's a bonus system, if there's a pay raise system, things of that nature, because if I'm just doing additional work for free, as a salary employee, that's not how you treat people, and that's not how you keep people around. So get the job done, take care of yourself, take care of your team, don't lead with your ego, and don't feel like you have to come in early or stay late just to put on some type of show. If you just constantly bear the burden of this additional workload, and you say, hey, well, you know what, I'll stay late tonight and come in tomorrow and knock this out, then what's stopping your leadership from doing that to you? So that's all I got for today, leaders. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your teams. Don't lead with your ego. This is my opinion, but these are things that I've seen in the last 20-something years of service. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Shoot a comment or a DM. I got a lot more videos coming up, so stay tuned on Restored Valor.